love her, and I hate to leave her alone.
Hi, this is Lara with Gowhere Hip Hop. I'm here with Dante from Miller Street Studios. We're just going to talk to Dante today about Miller Street. Why don't you tell us how Miller Street got started and how long you've been in business?
Basically, it got started. My partner Dan Nagel bought this building about 5-6 years ago. It was just a building, none of the equipment, anything like that. He had the idea of turning it into a studio like it is now. I got out of school 2 years ago and got in contact with him and basically gave me the go-ahead to go ahead and run this place and try and get it going. Get business in, get all the gear.
Okay, where'd you go to school at?
I went to Conservatory of Recording Arts and Sciences in Phoenix, Arizona.
Nice. What projects are you currently working on?
Right now, a lot of just random local musicians. I'm working on actually Gemstone's next mixtape or street album. It'll be out August 21st, so we just started on that last week.
Nice. What would you say that Miller Street brings to the table that or sets yourself different than any other studios here in Chicago?
I think basically it's my dedication. I'm not just looking to bring people in, record them, take money and spit them out. Like, I'm more dedicated in the whole project, where I like to be involved any way I can, whether it's doing production, doing obviously recording, mixing, mastering, even from everything to printing CDs or making CD layouts. I just like to be involved. I actually care. I love what I do a lot.
Okay. Well, I think everybody's wondering, what kind of equipment you have here. Maybe you could give us a little tour.
Yeah. We've got our converters right here that's converting the analog signal to digital. The Lynx Aurora, that's our Pro Tools interface. Most people have 192 IOs with Pro Tools HD, but these converters are a lot better than the stock Digi-Design. My main preamp right here is the Avalon, which obviously most people know. A really good preamp, compressor, EQ. Some other random preamps here, the PreSonus. The board is a Alesis X2. It's got 24 channels, 24 preamps on it. I rarely use those. Mainly when I'm doing hip hop, I'll use the Avalon. Mic collection, got a custom made Apex 460 modded mic. It's comparable to like a Neumann U87. Most people actually prefer it over the U87. Made it ourselves in school. This just a headphone distributor. Patch bay down there. Got the KRK speakers, the big boy Fisher speakers. Don't really use those for mixing, just use those to play it loud, hear a lot of bass.
So what other artists have you worked with, or project that you've worked with?
Other big Chicago artists, I did a lot of work for Scooter Chose on his mixtape, Top 5 Material Part 2. Like I said, I'm working with Gemstones right now. A lot of local artists. I'm working with another big one, Noivak Music, which is Will Taylor, Terrell Taylor's, their music company, who they have their artist, Miracle. I've been working on his mixtape the past month or 2 months. But that's it then, just a lot of local, local underground people.
Okay. Who would you like to work with? Like, what are some Chicago artists that you would like to have in here?
I've always wanted to work with Lupe. Lupe's definitely top of my list who I'd like to work with. So if you're watching, hit me up. Lupe, I'd like to work with Twista. I've always been a big fan of his since I was little. I'd like to work with him. Basically, there's so many good people out there. I'd like to work with a lot of people. Like I said, I don't just look at it like just come in and record. Like, I like to be involved, so I like to get as many people as I can, meet as many people and just do whatever I do.
Okay. What's your rates like? What, do you have any specials? Or?
Rates normally $40 an hour for recording. The mixing I do separately. I don't do that by the hour as most studios do. They'll charge you the same hourly for mixing and recording. I just like to take my time on a mix. So I do 40 an hour for recording, mixing, depending on if you have the beat tracked out, if it's, you know, just vocals or what it is, ranges from $50 to $100 a mix. We've actually got a special going on right now. If you call us, mention you saw this video on Gowhere Hip Hop, we'll give you a deal for 30 an hour recording, $50 a mix, no matter how big the project is.
Nice. Better mention Gowhere. Miller Street.
This right here is the main vocal booth. This is where I do all the vocal tracking in here. It's very, very isolated. You can see, well, you can't really hear, but you're not really getting any reflections or reverberation out of the room. It's really great, isolated very well. As well as this is another ISO booth right here that's hardly ever used unless there's bands in here recording. We'll set up like a bass cabinet or guitar cabinet in that room. Set up another cabinet in this room. Obviously the drummer in there. But it works out really nice. I mean, just as good as any other studio I've been in the city. The guy who built this place knew what he was doing acoustically. It's also a floated floor, which means it's not laying on top of the concrete. It's floated 6 inches above with sand all underneath, so you get no rumble, no noise from if there was a truck driving down the street. You get none of that.
Right.
So definitely built right.
Well, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you at online?
You can find us, our website, millerstreetstudios.com. That forwards you directly to our blog. We don't have the full-fledged website up just yet, but millerstreetstudios.com will take you there, get you all the contact information. You can find us, we're on Facebook, Miller Street Studio. We're on Twitter, Miller ST Studios, Miller Street Studios abbreviated. And that's about it. Our number to 773-789-9553.